And hello, everyone. Bo Williams in the WAT 6 on your side newsroom. Happy Friday to you, as we do each and every Friday. I want to get you up to date on what's going on traffic-wise around the area. We're going to take a look at some events coming up that could tie up traffic in your area. We'll take a look at gas prices. We'll check in with the airport. A lot of you will be going to be traveling here soon, so we'll do some reminders on ways you can make sure you find a parking space and get to the terminal quickly so you're not wasting time driving around the airport. So we'll show you again their website and how to navigate that. And then we'll take a look at TDOT's list. There's a lot of projects that are scheduled, that they've got scheduled to wrap up by the 23rd. They're trying to get some of these projects done by Christmas, so their crews obviously can get some time off with their families. So we're going to take a look at some of those projects coming up for you here in just a little bit. But one thing that we do want to do, I'm going to bring in here, this is the website. Let's see, I'm not sure what that is. We'll take that back out. Let's see if we can get this, whatever we need to get routed into here. I don't know if one of our digital people want to come in here and help out real quick, but we've got... see if we can get that set up for us there. But we're going to take a look at current conditions around the Smoky Mountains here in just a second. Show you a place where you can go to find the latest. We do have some road closures up there while things have been fine here. We've had some wintry weather up in the higher elevations that have been causing some travel issues. Ice and some snow-covered roadways. So we'll get that here in just a minute. But we'll take a look at that here, and then we're also going to take a look. We got some parades coming up this weekend, so we'll run through that. All right, let's bring in here. Here we go. Here's the website I was talking about. This is the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Going to take a look at North Carolina and Tennessee. And when you go to this website here and you scroll down, it will give you the alert locations. You can see all the areas here shaded in red. And over here, you'll have the seasonal road closures, Park Headquarters Road closed, Old North Carolina 284 is closed. Straight Fork one-way section of Balsam Mountain Road closed. You get the idea. So here you can get the very latest if you're going to be heading up to the mountains. Many times they could be closed one day this time of year, open the next. It just kind of depends on conditions. And of course, what we're seeing down here in the valley and some of the lower levels doesn't compare to what they're seeing in where some of these roads are in the higher elevations. So it's just a great tool if you're going to be heading up to the mountains, doing some hiking, some sightseeing during the winter months. Don't forget to check that out before you head up there. So I just wanted to point that out to you. All right, as I mentioned, we do have some events coming up for you, and I do want to kind of walk you through some of these here. This is some parades coming up for this weekend. First of all, in Blount County, the Jaycees Christmas Parade will begin at 11 a.m. on Jewel Street in Alcoa. Matter of fact, we've marked it for you here. We've got some information for you. But it is going to be crossing Calderwood Street and a new Midland Plaza. Shopping center will exit at Gill Street. It will enter Maryville on Cusick Street, turn right onto Broadway, another right at the intersection of Broadway and Lamar Alexander, and the parade ends at Simmons Street near the New Providence Presbyterian Church. All side streets connected to the parade route are going to be closed to traffic. So again, watch for that. That is coming up, but again, in the Alcoa, Maryville area. But this is just one of several events coming up for you this weekend. Another one that's going to be coming up in Crossville. This is over near the high school area for you there. But basically what's going to be happening at the Crossville Parade is Crossville and Oak Ridge will have Christmas parades at 4:30 and 6 p.m. respectively. Crossville Parade will begin at Cumberland County High School. We'll travel up Stanley Street. It will go on to West Avenue and then to 10th Street and then on to Miller Lane and then back to the high school. The roads and the parade travels on will be closed. That's coming up again at 4:30 this weekend. In Oak Ridge, the parade will go along the Oak Ridge Turnpike from the corporate center located at the corner of Lafayette and Laboratory Road, and that will take you to Oak Ridge High School. So if you're going to be out this weekend on Saturday, just be sure to be careful. Some of these areas you're going to see a little bit of traffic for you, especially in the morning hours. And I just want to remind everybody, if you're watching us in Knoxville, the Tour de Lights bike ride starts at 5:30 p.m. I believe that's tonight. Is that right? Is the Tour de Lights, Hannah, is Tour de Lights tonight? Is Tour de Lights tonight, the bike, or is that? Or it is tomorrow. Okay, it is going to be on a Saturday. Sometimes they've had it on a Friday. All right, that's coming up tonight. Saturday night at 5:30. The ride will begin and end on Howard Baker Jr. Avenue. People will be making their way through East Knoxville, including Park Ridge, looping back through downtown with the grand finale down Gay Street. Just be prepared for additional traffic. There'll be a lot of people out riding their bikes. I don't think there's necessarily any street closures associated with this, But again, there'll be a lot of people with their bikes. They'll be lit. I'm sure there'll be people out there just kind of helping them get through some of the intersections. But again, that will be at 5:30 on Saturday. So just something else to think about. Another project we're watching for you, and this one is going to take a little bit of time to complete. This is a sidewalk construction project in Sevierville. It's going to impact traffic along Middle Creek Road. We've got an article for you. You see it right here on WATE.com. You can go there to find out all the latest. But this is going to be running from the 15th. So it's going to start up next week, and it will go until about the end of January. And again, this deals with a sidewalk, but it will be activity going on along the shoulder of the roadway, and so you're going to want to be careful. So again, this will start Monday along Middle Creek Road. The work taking place each day from 9 a.m. to 2 in the afternoon. They hope to have the new sidewalk open by Friday, January 30th. So again, just kind of watch for that. But crews will be out there working during the last half of December and all of January as far as that project is concerned. All right, when we come back, we're going to take a look at some other projects going on. We'll also be taking a look at gas prices around the area as well, in case you're going to be traveling this weekend, kind of give you an idea of how things are shaping up. We'll talk more about that when we come back here in just a moment. All right, welcome back, everyone. And as we promised, we want to get you updated on what's going on gas price-wise around the area in case you're going to be heading out here soon, heading out for the weekend, maybe running errands, doing a lot of Christmas shopping, or maybe you're taking a quick weekend trip or heading up to the mountains, as we were talking about a little while ago. We do want to find out what's going on around the area. So with that, let's bring in gas prices right now. And you can see the state average right now and where things stand. Nashville, $2.67. Knoxville right now, $2.56. Morristown at $2.51. Clarksville right now, one of the lower spots in the state, right around $2.48 a gallon. So it's good to see those prices getting well below the $3 mark, especially this time of year. A lot of you are going to be doing some traveling here coming up in the next week or so. So at least some positives for you there. I do want to bring in here the TDOT SmartWay, or actually the AAA maps here. There we go. There it is. And take a look here for a second. This kind of breaks down if you're going to be doing some traveling, and we kind of remind everybody each week about this. If your state's shaded in blue, that's a good thing. The darker the blue, the better. Red means you're above average. Blues mean you're a little below average. And then white is pretty much right on par with the national average. National average right now, you see on the left side of the screen there, $2.93 now for a gallon of regular unleaded. So good to see, again, below $3 for the national average. So take a look here at Tennessee. Again, as we mentioned, Tennessee at $2.59, so just below the $2.60 mark right now. Again, we're light blue. Usually we're the darker blue, but light blue right now. If you're heading up to Kentucky, $2.58, the price there. Let's kind of go around our border states here. Missouri at $2.58, Arkansas is at $2.52, Mississippi $2.54, Alabama $2.64, Georgia's at $2.78. Again, we're at $2.59. Georgia at $2.78. Many times Georgia will be below us, but significantly higher than what we are right now. South Carolina at $2.65. I know it's not a border state, but a lot of people may be heading to the Carolina coast. $2.65. North Carolina at $2.77. Virginia at $2.81. But again, Tennessee sitting right now at $2.59. So we'll click on the state, and same thing applies as what we were seeing as far as the national map. This is the county maps for you. Knox County right now is at $2.57. So again, the state average is $2.59. Knox County right now sitting 2 cents below that at $2.57 right now. Anderson County well below it, $2.46, one of the lower spots here in our area. Union County at $2.55, Campbell $2.56, Jefferson you're going to pay around $2.53 for regular unleaded. Severe's at $2.55, Blount County $2.56. You get the idea. $2.56 Loudoun County, $2.55 Monroe seems to be the trend right now for East Tennessee. Head up toward the Tri-Cities, you're going to pay even less. Greene County $2.46, Sullivan County $2.51. It is $2.49 in Ray. If you're heading down toward Chattanooga, just know Hamilton County at $2.54 right now. But middle of the state, if you're heading toward Nashville, those areas, you're going to be paying a little bit more. Williamson County at $3.01, Davidson at $2.70, Rutherford at $2.63. If you're heading all the way out west, heading toward Jackson and Memphis, $2.72 in Haywood County. Fayette is $2.64. Shelby County, $2.59 right now is where they are standing. We'll scroll down here for a second. Kind of see the trends right now, and this is the state trends for you. Current average, as we mentioned, around the state, 259. We were at 260 yesterday, 257 a week ago, 267 a month ago, and 264 a year ago on this date. Mid-grade, by the way, on average, still over $3 is at 308, 347 for premium, 340 for diesel. Again, those are the Tennessee prices. Let's scroll down even more. Let's take a look at what AAA is reporting for Knoxville right now. And again, we told you earlier we're at 256. That's where we were yesterday. We were at 257 a week ago. We were at 264 a month ago and at 260 a year ago at this time. And as we take a look at all the different grades, regular, again, 256, mid-grade right now is at 298, premium 339, and diesel is at 332. So again, that is how things are shaping up here in the Knoxville area. And I also want to remind everybody, you can find this link on our website at WAT.com. Just look for it. It says WAT6 Gas Tracker, find cheap gas near you. We bring in the Gas Buddy information for you here. This is where people are inputting where different stations are reporting right now. So if you're getting ready to head out and maybe you live south of downtown, you're not far from Chapman Highway, you can go along here and click the Exxon 6519 Chapman right now, 239 for regular unleaded. If you're living out west right now and you're looking for somewhere maybe where it's a little below average, 233 at Sam's Club right now is what they are. So if you have a membership there. If you're north of town right now, we can see there's a 234 at the Murphy USA off Clinton Highway. And out east right now, there's a 249. Let's see if we can get this one to pop up for you. Let's see. It doesn't want to cooperate. There it is, 249 at the Gas and Go off Asheville Highway. So you see how easy it is to work, depending on where you live. And this can even take you outside of the Knoxville area. So you'll be traveling. If you're joining us in Dandridge, if you're in Morristown right now, you can click on gas prices, the different stations there, near Mohawk, Greenville. So you get the idea. It's a great tool to have, especially also if you're going to be traveling and trying to figure out where you're going to find the cheapest gas and the most affordable gas at the exits if you're traveling on the interstate. So check that out. Yeah, it's at WAT.com. All you got to do is look for where it says Gas Tracker, find cheap gas near you. That pretty much says it all. As I mentioned earlier, too, we just wanted to remind you as far as the reasons why you need to check the McGee Tyson website if you're going to be traveling coming up here for Christmas. Just a reminder for you, if you didn't get a chance to use it over Thanksgiving, right there on the front page, it'll tell you the parking capacity, which garages, where they're at, the parking areas, which ones are like, in this case, the economy lot C is only 47% full, right? But the main garage is at 85%. So if you're running behind, you don't want to look for that final 15% of the open parking spots. There's plenty in lot C. So it'll save you some time going to the airport. There's a map for you here as well, so you can click on that parking map, directions, so you get an idea of where all the different lots are. But it can help. As we saw heading into Thanksgiving, some of these lots were full. And so that way you just know, all right, I need to get the terminal lot B. Instead of hopping off at the usual exit, you can go down to the next exit and hop off there, and that'll take you in. The parking map will show you all of that and the directions, too, to kind of get you to where all those spaces need to be. But I just want to remind everybody of that in case you're going to be traveling here for the holidays. It will start getting busy again over at McGee Tyson. All right, we're going to take another break for you. When we come back, got to take a look at what TDOT has sent us. We've got a lot of projects. As we mentioned, a lot of them are going to try to get in here before they got end dates of about the 23rd of December. And a lot of these, as we've been noting, and I'll point out to you here coming up in a little bit, that they're right in the middle of the day as well when they're going to be out there working. So we'll run through that for you when we come back here in just a second. And welcome back to the WAT 6 News Side Newsroom. I'm Bo Williams. Time to get you updated on some projects coming up from TDOT. They always send us out a list. We're going to run through, we can't run through all of them, but we're going to get through some of the ones that are going to be impacting a lot of you coming up in the coming week or so. We've got a number of projects we do want to touch on. So we're going to bring in the TDOT SmartWay cameras and the TDOT Smart Map here for a second, because I do want to tell you about an accident just coming in on this Friday. It is in West Knoxville. It's I-40 eastbound. It's involving several vehicles at mile marker 383. Now, we're going to bring up the camera there at Paper Mill, and you can see on the inside shoulder here is where everything is kind of stacked up. So we've got several vehicles here on that inside shoulder. Traffic's getting by. It's hard for those cars and trucks in the left-hand lane to merge right because traffic's really heavy right now they've really just got to slow it down, and that's going to cause backups for you eastbound. So if you're trying to go from West Knoxville into downtown, I want to think of some alternates. Middlebrook is one option for you. Westland Avenue, North Shore, even Kingston Pike, I know, depending on if you catch all the lights or not, could save you time or not. But this is how things are shaping up right now out on the west side of town, I-40 eastbound out near Paper Mill, mile marker 383. There you see it right here on that inside shoulder. Several vehicles involved in an accident there. So let's take a look at the backups here for just a second. We'll bring in another camera. This is the one just east of West Hills. And actually, it's not too bad. All things considered, many times we'll see an incident and traffic starts to slow and bottleneck there at Paper Mill. Many times this will look more like a parking lot, and that is not the case. So eastbound I-40, east of West Hills, looking okay for you right now. Despite seeing this area highlighted in red, we're not seeing some significant backups. Now, they're spinning the camera around. It does start to slow back near the West Hills exit. So, interesting. It slows. It's going to pick back up again not far from here, and then it'll slow again once you get near Paper Mill. Let's take a look at the Weisgarber camera here for just a second. Let's see. I think, let's see. Here's the Weisgarber camera. And here you can see traffic starting to slow eastbound. I do want to point out on the westbound side, it looks like a disabled vehicle sitting here on the inside shoulder. Traffic is getting by without any problems right now, but that is sitting there. But this is that traffic that is coming up on that accident that is on the inside shoulder on I-40 eastbound out near Paper Mill, Weisgarber area. We'll back this up a little bit more, take a look at another camera. This is I-40 Gallaher View, and there you are seeing some slowdown. So interesting how it picks up right before you get to the accident and then it slows down again. But then further back you go, we are seeing those delays. So just know 40 eastbound West Knoxville, it is going to be touch and go for some of you. There are options, as we mentioned. This is Western Avenue here. Obviously, Kingston Pike, but it depends on the lights and how they're synced up on it. That's going to save you any time. North Shore is always another option. You can also take Pellissippi all the way down to Alcoa Highway and then go northbound. But just keep in mind, you do have that work that is ongoing here right there near the interchange with Governor John Sevier. And then we do have some detours up here. At least they're doing the widening project. You had some lanes that have been blocked over the last several days here. It's still showing, so I can zoom in a little bit tighter here. It's still showing a lane or two northbound here. And I know when that is in play, you will actually be detoured. We're seeing some heavy traffic for you here on 33, but you will be detoured around this. So we'll have to see. It's not constant, but we'll have to continue to watch that for you as they're continuing that widening project there along Alcoa Highway. I know it can be a little confusing. Your best bet is to always check TDOT SmartWays. You can check our website as well to give you an idea if all lanes are looking good. Otherwise, you might need to try to find an alternate route as that work is continuing there along Alcoa. All right, real quick, let's run through some of the issues coming up here. TDOT has been reporting to us, first of all, in Blount County, in the Maryville area. Be careful on State Route 35 as well as State Route 73. 35 between East Broadway Avenue and Ellis Avenue, and State Route 73 between Waters Road and Woodland Drive. Between 8 a.m. and 3 o'clock in the afternoon, crews are going to be out working on some drainage structure replacements in those areas. So just be careful if that includes you. Again, this is State Route 35 between East Broadway Avenue and Ellis Avenue, and Blount County State Route 73 between Waters Road and Woodland Drive. Again, that is 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. for that project. Both of these will be running through December 23rd. So the crews will be out there daily. Of course, the weather's been up and down here as of late, and that could obviously slow down those crews at times. So they may not be out there every day. It just really depends on the weather. Another project in Blount County that's been going on for a while. Just want to remind everybody, this is Pellissippi Parkway 162 between Cusick and State Route 33. So here's the airport. Here's the interchange with I-140. Here is Pellissippi Parkway, where it turns back to it goes from I-140 to 162. And then from Cusick to 33, you could see some delays. Crews are expected to be out there. Could be reduced from 2 to 1 lane in this project. They're doing some bridge work in that area. So again, do watch for that. That'll be between 9 and 3 o'clock through the 23rd of December. So they've been working out there for a while on this bridge project. Still going on, but they will hopefully wrap up at least what they're trying to get done here before the holidays by the 23rd. So do look for that during your daily travels between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. All right, Knox County, this is another one. This is along Chapman Highway. This will be between East Martin Mill Pike and Flagship Way. And through the 23rd, again, watch for possible lane closures between 9 a.m. and 3 in the afternoon. There's some roadside work in that area. This is a heavily traveled stretch of Chapman Highway. A lot of businesses in that area down around Martin Mill Pike. So again, just watch for that. But this is going to be State Route 71, 441, between, and again, that's Chapman Highway, between East Martin Mill and Flagship Way. It doesn't give you a direction, so I'm just assuming just be careful both directions, okay? Already have a lot of traffic through there anyhow, so this is really going to start to slow you down, that's for sure. All right, take a look at this next one. This is going to take us up along Tazewell Pike. We're still in Knox County here. Be careful between Beverly Road and Villa Drive. So here's Villa Drive. Beverly, I'm going to have to move this. It's not well marked, but it's right here. All right, so it's this stretch of Tazewell Pike between Beverly and Villa Road. And on Tuesday next week, the 16th, watch for lane closures. Again, this will be at 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., so right in the middle of the day. So you're talking after the kids get to school and hopefully before they're getting out, or right after the morning rush and right before the afternoon rush kicks in. The utility crew is going to be performing some work in that area. That's where you're going to see some lane closures, some delays through there. So be careful along Tazewell Pike. Again, this is between Beverly and Villa Road, and that will be on the 16th. That is Tuesday of next week, all right? So another high traffic area where you will definitely see some delays next week, weather permitting, obviously. All right, another stop for you, still in Knox County. This time around the west side of town. This is West Knox County. This is Concord Road between South Campbell Station and Waterford Drive, okay? So I want to widen this just a little bit. I'm going to do that because here's that roundabout, all right, where North Shore and Concord meet. We're talking the area here. Here's Waterford. You got a neighborhood right here. And then here is where Concord splits off. And part of it turns into Campbell Station Road, South Campbell Station, and then the Concord continues up here toward Farragut High School. So this little stretch of roadway right here. Coming up for you through December the 23rd, watch for possible lane closures, again, between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. They are doing some work on an intersection project here. So don't have too many more details on exactly what they're trying to do with the intersection there, but watch for that. Again, this is between Waterford and Campbell Station. This will also include Loop Road right in there. It's right in the middle of where they're going to be working on doing some work here. So you will see some delays, but they're, again, working, trying to get this all wrapped up by the 23rd. So keep all of that in mind. All right, we got to race through a couple of these for you here. Another one, let's see, this is in Sevier County. Yep, this is 449 between Veterans and Dollywood Lane. So through the 23rd of this month, you can see lane closures daily between 9 a.m. and 3 o'clock. They're just performing several work activities. This is a busy area right here. That is for sure. This is right there at the intersection there of Veterans and Dollywood. So just be careful. And then another spot, too, that we're watching for you, and this is pretty much the entire stretch of 321 from the Parkway all the way down to Dollywood Lane from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Various activities here along that stretch of 321 that can run you into some delays as well. So that is how things are shaping up for you. Again, we had that accident on the inside shoulder, I-40 out near Paper Mill. That's eastbound. We were seeing those delays. Hopefully they'll have that cleared up here soon. Other than that, just some heavy traffic for you. And again, don't forget to use the Gas Buddy. You can find it at WAT6 on your side when you want to go try to find maybe the cheapest gas near you. All right, be safe out there. And as always, we'll do this again next Friday. All right. Take care, everyone. Be safe again out on the roads. And again, we will talk to you next week.